Happening tonight, protesters taking to the streets over Governor Gavin Newsom's new COVID curfew. In Chico, a gathering outside the city council chambers demonstrating against what they call an illegal curfew. It started at 10:01, 1 minute after the new rule took effect. We spoke with organizer Tim Lynch.
The point is, the governor's ruling by edict, by fiat, and we're not going to allow that anymore. We're going to stand up and we're going to make a point.
That protest, peaceful for the most part. Some people wore masks, others didn't. When our reporter left, there were about 100 people there, and more were filing in. The curfew calls for Californians to stay home between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. unless leaving for a meal, to go to work, or other essential services. The goal, to curb the COVID-19 spike. As for whether it will work, well, many people hope so, like Sarah Yargis, whose family is watching cases surge in the Midwest.
Am I for curfew? No. But then again, if it, when I'm seeing what's going on back home too, it kind of makes you think twice.
But if the numbers are going up the way they are, something has to happen. And, we just have to adapt like we've been adapting since March.
The number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. shattering records, topping 12 million today, up 1 million from just 6 days ago. Taking a look at coronavirus numbers in our area tonight, Tahoe County reporting 27 new cases today for a total of 1,404. Siskiyou County with 29 new cases, Sutter with 36, and Yuba with 27 new cases. To find the numbers for your county, just visit actionnewsnow.com. Well, the CDC is warning people to avoid flying for the holidays as much as possible. With cases on the rise across the country, experts fear those numbers will spike after the holiday. This is video from Sacramento International Airport today. You see, it's far from the usual hustle and bustle. Some travelers say they're staying safe by wearing masks and practicing social distancing.
I should always take it seriously. If everybody just masks up and play by the rules, we can get through this. So that's all we got to do.
The CDC has some tips for staying safe during dinner on Thanksgiving, like bringing your own utensils, avoiding gathering in the kitchen area, and using disposable condiment packets. They say that can reduce the risk. Well, new at 11, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration gave the emergency authorization today for a coronavirus antibody treatment. The experimental therapy was developed by Regeneron. It's the same treatment that was given to President Donald Trump when he contracted the coronavirus in October. The therapy is part of a class of treatments known as monoclonal antibodies, which are made to act as immune cells that scientists hope can fight infections. Police are still working to make an arrest in a Chico stabbing. Officers were called out to the 1400 block of West 3rd Street just before 10 last night. Police say they arrived to find two men with cuts on their faces. Those men went to the hospital. They are expected to be okay. No suspect has been identified. A Butte County Sheriff's patrol vehicle crashed just before 10:30 this morning near the South Villa Avenue and Palermo-Honcut Highway. That's south of Oroville. You can see here what happened. We did reach out to find out what caused that crash and whether anyone was hurt, but have not heard back from the CHP or from the sheriff's office. A vehicle crashed into the wall of a home in Chico this morning, then left the scene. Police say it happened at 2 a.m. on Commonwealth Court. Officers don't know what type of vehicle was involved, but do say it hit the wall of a bedroom where a young child was sleeping. That child was not hurt. For skiers, the long-awaited opening day at South Lake Tahoe today. Ski resorts finally have opened, and as Marissa Perlman reports, because of COVID, hitting the slopes does look different this year.
It was the best opening day I've had in a lot of opening days.
What's better than opening day?
Opening day a little sweeter this year for these snowbirds who say last ski season got cut short because of COVID.
I've been waiting for it since March 23rd.
The fresh powder, a welcome retreat from sheltering in for months.
We've been fiending for some good snow.
Now the gondolas are up and running. The snow is made, and those that made this happen say you can feel the energy on the slopes.
And our guests are happy to be back, and we're happy to welcome them back.
But the pandemic changes things. You need to wear a face mask at all times. A reservation is needed to hit the slopes. And because El Dorado County is in the purple tier, all access to lodges and restaurants is shut down.
It's really a new level of personal responsibility, similar to the skier responsibility code, and we're relying on our guests to follow those guidelines.
But as the holiday is right around the corner, some are calling opening day here a Thanksgiving blessing.
And there's snow, and it's November. We haven't even had turkey yet. And we got this. Can't slip beers at the lodge, which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, give and take. Gotta be grateful.
Now, El Dorado County says Heavenly and North Star are allowed to open, even though the state health department has not updated its guidelines on information specific to ski resorts. A lovely day outside weather-wise. Brian Ramsey live in the Storm Tracker Center. Brian, do we expect this snow to continue?
Well, over the next week, we do have no major storm systems expected. So they have been able to open in Tahoe because of all the storms that we've seen, but we're not going to be seeing any, at least within the next week. As for the current conditions outside right now, we are seeing cooler temperatures outside. If you take that graphic for me, guys, there. Oh, this is the wrong graphic, actually. No wonder y'all didn't take it. Don't look, guys. This is giving it away. You don't see a 7-day forecast. You are seeing something that is made up. Okay, current conditions right now. Just kidding, guys. We're sitting at 57 degrees outside in Redding. As for Chico, 48 degrees, and Orville sitting at 50 degrees right now. Those winds pretty calm out there. Humidity also very low. As for coming up in my forecast, and the 7-day forecast that you got a little sneak peek of, partly cloudy and cooler for tomorrow, and then plenty of sunshine for the rest of the week. Breezy at times as well during the week. I'll break it all down for you coming up.
All right, thank you, Brian. The deadline for victims of the August fires that happened throughout the state have now an extended deadline for filing for FEMA assistance. You now have until December 11th to register for federal assistance for individuals. That's online or by using the FEMA mobile app or by calling FEMA. We have that number on your screen. We also have a link to the website that you need to go to register online. We have that on our website, actionnewsnow.com. Well, FEMA resources are in Shasta County this weekend to help survivors of the Zog fire. The agency set up a mobile registration intake center at the Igo Ono Elementary School today. Federal and local agencies are on hand to provide disaster relief information.
It's encouraging, you know, it's people pulling together, and we've received some help in United Way and you know, a little money, but it's nice that people really do care. But we're just trying to follow up on the programs. We've got some equipment, but we need help through this.
The mobile registration intake center will also be open tomorrow from 9 in the morning until 6 at night. New at 11, lights decorating part of the Turtle Bay Exploration Park in Redding. Action News Now got a special sneak preview. Take a look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the new Garden of Lights, the first year for the light show. It's a $1 million project, 2 years in the making. Beautiful lights illuminate about 10 acres of the campus.
And since the gardens are outdoor,